In an earlier video, I've shown you how to implement the carousel view in your Xamarin.Forms application. In this video, we're going to see the indicator view to help visualize for your users where they are in that side of that carousel view. Let's just see it. Here's the end result of the thing that we're looking at today. You can see that this is the carousel view sample that I did a video on earlier. If you haven't seen that yet, go check it out in my channel. Press that like button if you didn't do it already, and maybe while you're there also subscribe. But anyway, this is it, and you can see at the top, it might be a little bit tiny, but you can see here this little indicators view, and whenever I start scrolling, you can see that this just scrolls together with it, so you can see the indicator, which position it is for this carousel view. The selected color is different from the unselected color. You can do some things with the Visual State Manager, templates, a lot to unpack here, so let's just go check it out how to implement this. Okay, so this is the application just how we left it. We've implemented a carousel view. And you can see I got a couple of monkeys here. This is from the API that James Montemagno has up. It's just a static JSON file that serves with some monkey to serve as sample data. So, you know, that works. And you can just scroll this one, but just go check out the previous video about the carousel view, and I will tell you all about this because this video is dedicated to the indicator view. So let's just start implementing that, and we can see here we have this stack layout, the frame, so that is this blue thing here on the top. I got a little comment under one of my videos that it annoys that person that it's stuck to this, so we need to use the iOS save area. Maybe I should start doing that, or look into if we can add that to the default template, because you know it's definitely annoying. But then we have the carousel view, so that is basically this whole area right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the indicator view at the top. And that is kind of the cool thing, because the indicator view is something separate. So we can place it anywhere, right? So you can put it to the side, you can put it on the top, on the bottom. You can, if you're good with the layers and the stuff, with the grid, you can put it inside of the actual carousel view, so you can do all these things. I'm going to put it at the top so I don't get in the way here with my own face. So let's just start typing here. I'm going to put it here in between a couple of returns in here, and you can see the IntelliSense indicator view comes up right here. And a couple of things that we want to do is, for instance, set the indicator. So if you start typing indicator, you can see all the properties, indicator color, layout. You can specify your own little layout for this. So it's very flexible in the design area. I'm going to show you only the kind of basic implementation for this, but if you want to know more about the layout and how to do I think you also have a template. Here you can see the indicator template, where you can work with whole custom kind of images or things or font icons. If that's something that you're interested in, please let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to make a video of that. So let's just go over a few of the basics that we see here. First, the indicator color. So that is whenever a indicator is not selected. So let's say that set this to light gray. Here we go. Depending on what screen you're showing this on, it might be, you know, not that clear. I'll see if I can do some other colors, but you believe me that this is the color whenever a indicator is not selected. And we also have the indicator, the selected indicator color. So whenever one is selected. So in the row, we'll see that in a little bit. You have all these dots or squares, and you have the ones that are not selected are light gray, and the other ones I'm going to just give them a gray color. So this can be anything that fits your design needs, of course, but that will make clear that which one is selected in that list. Now let's have a look at some other ones. The indicator size, I think that is by default 6. So let's make it 16. So oops, not that much. 16, so it will show up on our screen nicely. Because again, depending on what you're viewing this on, if it's your phone, then we need things to be big, else you can't see it. And then the indicator shape. So by default, it's a circle. So you'll have the little dots as you're used to. I think it's usually dots. So let's make them square because, that's just an option that we have. And if you want to do something different, like I already mentioned, then you want to use like the template and the layout and that kind of stuff. That is for the more advanced scenarios. So another thing that you want to do, because the indicator view and the carousel view are two separate things, that's intentional. Hopefully, maybe the indicator view will in the future be also suitable for other controls. I don't know which one that might be yet. If you have any out-of-the-box ideas, please let me know in the comments. But for now, they're separate things, also because of the styling options, but also to give it a little bit more flexibility. But that means the carousel view needs to have some kind of reference to the indicator view, or the other way around. So there's a couple of ways to do it. In the indicator view, you can also set the item source, and we can set the same item source to our monkeys thing. But then, of course, you have to get in sync with like the selected item and how many items are there, etc., etc. So that is a big hassle to do it all manually. Luckily, the Xamarin.Forms team has done all the hard work for you, and you can just say, let's give this an X name so we can reference it. So let's call it our monkeys indicator. There we go. And then in our carousel view, you will see that there is a property which is called indicator view. And in our indicator view, we can then say X reference. Of course, you can also do all of this in code, but we can say X reference monkeys indicator. So now what this will do is it will automatically know that there is an indicator view, and it will fill the item source on the indicator view for you. It will keep all the things in sync, and whenever you scroll through the carousel view, it will automatically update like the selected item and that kind of stuff. So it will do all the hard work for you, which is really, really cool. Now, let's run this application and let's see if that indicator view is showing up for us. Here we go. The app is coming back up, and well, we're seeing it. There we go. So you can see this is quite big. So maybe if we just stick it to 6, it will be better. But you can see actually quite good, better than I expected. The light gray and the dark gray going on here. So you can see, and these are a little bit smaller. I think this is a kind of an iOS thing. I'm not sure if this also happens on Android, but this just means that there are more items to this list, and there's more than one basically. So whenever you do, this also scrolls together with you, and you can see now these become smaller too, meaning that there are more issues in this list to the left side as well. So that is pretty cool. And you can see whenever we loop through here, it will also jump back to this first one. So that's all things that this is aware of with the looping behavior. So that's quite cool. Actually, let's do this little margin so I can get it from the top, so it will be a little bit more clear. There was another thing that I wanted to show you. So if we set the indicator size to something regular like this and I run it again, actually there is another interesting thing going on here, because I set the indicator shape to square, and it definitely does not look like a square. So I don't know what's going on here, but that might be a little bug that we are looking at here. It should be possible to make it show up as a square. Maybe you want to do a little property change on the indicator shape or something like that to get around this. Go check out if there is a bug on the Xamarin.Forms repository, and this might be a nice opportunity for you to get that contribution in the Xamarin.Forms repository. Who knows? So you can see now it's a little bit down from the top. This is like the regular size. This is the circles and things. The other thing that I wanted to show you, I can't reproduce it right now, but when I was preparing this sample, the indicators view wasn't showing up like this. And what I had to do is set the vertical options to fill and expand, and also the horizontal options to fill and expand. So maybe it has to do something with my layout, or I don't know what's going on here. But you know, if it's not showing up, then you might want to try this. So it will fill and expand for the layout, and it will actually show up nicely. So I think that kind of wraps up the basics on how to start using indicator view. I hope you got a good overview of how to implement this. And again, if you want to know more advanced stuff, or you have any questions or remarks, please let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them, or maybe even do another video. And now there's nothing stopping you from implementing this great layout, this indicator view together with your carousel view, and make visible to your users where they are in this scroll swipeable carousel view layout. Really, really cool. Of course, you can style this any way you want. I hope you appreciated this. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please press that like button. Maybe you haven't subscribed yet. You were like, I don't know, I'm gonna give this guy another chance. Well, I hope you want to press that subscribe button right now. Click that little bell to be notified of new content automatically, and I'll be seeing you for my next video. Keep coding.